Hello and welcome back to PERISNO 1.4.5. Now, we are now gonna fight against Onishi. Now, this is obviously a bit of a, it's one of those times where I'm not entirely sure whether we're even going to be able to do this. Oh yeah, I actually forgot to maximize the window. There we go. A little bit of a flash there, sorry about that. But otherwise, what we're going to do now is we're going to be very prepared for the inevitable absolute massacre that might very well befall us here, because of course Onishi has a bunch of very good longbowmen, has kamikaze warriors, has a bunch of people that can potentially deal massive damage. But I'm very much hoping that maybe that won't happen this time around, you know? Maybe we're gonna be okay. Let's just be a little bit cautious about things. I'm gonna get up my Kingslayer here, go two-handed, and then hopefully do some damage. Oh, that was not damage. That was not damage. That was not the damage that I was hoping for right there. Anyway, a bunch of Ronin are coming in right now. Hopefully that is going to provide us with quite a lot of, well, they're basically just dying, aren't they? Which is pretty good. But yeah, as you can see, it seems like my mace is definitely the thing to use. Definitely doing the damage that we need them to do. Whoa, a lot of kamikaze warriors literally just running in right here. I mean, yeah, I suppose it is in the name, kind of, that they are gonna die, potentially, but yeah, these Zann longbowmen kind of worrying as well to us. Maybe they're going to prove to be quite difficult for us to deal with, but no, it seems like we should be fine here. Thankfully, my horse archers are actually proving to be quite troublesome for them. That is literally one of the main reasons why I wanted to get a bunch of cavalry, because being able to deal with archers, and indeed horse archers as well, is extremely important. And especially in a mod like PERISNO, I think this is probably one of the, well, maybe if not the mod that stresses the importance of having the right the right unit composition, because there have been a number of series that I've made on Pendor, and I have never once felt like I was not having the right units, you know what I mean, to be able to accomplish a certain task. But the importance of having horse archers, the importance of having cavalry in PERISNO is very, very stressed here. You know, you need to have those. And there you go. We were actually able to defeat Onishi, which is actually really weird. I would never have expected this in a million years, but we were able to do it, surprisingly enough. And there we go. I will take your money. 10. Really? 10. Okay. Alright, I shouldn't laugh, should I? I shouldn't laugh, but literally, he gave me 10,000 orums. Okay, so 10,000 orums for defeating a, well, I'm gonna say it, a pretty, I feel like he's a pretty tough opponent. But, yeah, that was a lot less than I anticipated. I thought to myself, oh yeah, I'm gonna get some really amazing reward or money or something like that for participating in this fight, and lo and behold, no. No, not at all, not at all. Alright, well, whatever the case, I have now swapped out a bunch of my people here. I'm going to be attempting to take as many of these guys as I can, as many of these fellas as I possibly can. There we go. We're just going to take a bunch of these prisoners. Hopefully they're going to sell for a pretty decent amount. And what else do we have here? We've got some pretty decent armor. This armor is very good, as you can see. So I'm thinking maybe we'll just perform the upgrading. Yeah, as you can see, it's actually working out quite nicely for us. I'm going to take these 2 pieces of armor just to sell, and otherwise we're just going to leave it as it is. Okay, so there we have it. Alright, so I do have a black steppe horse right now, which is actually pretty good. I mean, 45 speed, I think. Wait a minute. Oh, these horses actually have more speed, so I think I'm going to be replacing those for the moment. I do need to get... I'm actually thinking... should I use this instead? It has 54 armor. Yeah, I'm going to use that instead, even though it is it is slower, quite a bit slower. But it has 54 armor in comparison to this one that has 25. So kind of hoping that my horse will survive a little bit more. But yeah, anyway, we're pretty deep in Zann territory right now, so I'm a little bit worried. Anyway, there was someone in the comments that was actually extremely helpful, and I got to say thank you very much to that person, because you actually suggested something really amazing, actually. And I would love to be able to do it. And there's a quest, very specifically, that I'm referring to here. But here's the thing. The quest giver, I've looked it up. Oh yes, I have looked it up, amazingly enough. The quest giver is unfortunately in a place that I cannot access at the moment, which makes me very sad. Yes, it makes me very sad indeed. But that just means that hopefully in the near future, if the Zann dynasty decides to declare, peace with us or something like that, I actually have no idea whether that is even possible at this point, but kind of hoping that maybe it is. I don't know, but yeah, anyway, we're just going to sell all of that. But yeah, I'm hopeful that we will be able to do that relatively soon when the town actually becomes available, because right now it is under the jurisdiction of the Zann dynasty, and it is going to be impossible for me to get in there. So anyway, there's 46,000 orums for 136. Do you have any idea who I am? Aha, I thought as much. Now remove yourself from here. Thank you very much, belligerent drunk. Goodbye. All right, but yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Basically, if that town becomes available, then you rest assured I will attempt to do that as fast as possible, because in my opinion, the quest system in PERISNO is definitely one of its strongest suits. I personally, very much enjoy doing the quests. There are obviously some quests that I maybe don't prefer doing, but on the whole, I actually do like the quests quite a bit, because it does offer a pretty significant change in the overall flow of gameplay, and I very much appreciate that. Anyway, let's actually go over to Amana real fast, because maybe that can be taken back. I mean, we've seen Falconhead. Not sure. Maybe we can even go into Falconhead and take it back. We might be able to. So let me actually just have a quick look here, because Amana might be a little bit easier for us, dependent on how soon they took it, because it might have, 300, 400 units in there or something like that instead of 1,000. But let's have a look. Yeah, never mind. Who was I kidding, eh? Who was I kidding? Surely there's no way that they're just going to put 300 or 400 in there. Of course it's going to be over the top, right? Anyway, let's have a look here. Okay, so there's 260. Oh yeah, actually, thank you very much for that. Someone said that I can actually change the, yes, faction colors. There you go. So we can actually change the faction colors of the Zann dynasty. We're going to change that to a kind of light blue-ish, so I can actually read it, because there you go. Wait a minute, is that the same as... Oh no, Macavia is slightly different. Ugh. Yeah, it's kind of annoying, isn't it? Yeah, that's what happens when you put so many so many factions in the same game. All right, wait a minute. Let me see here. Light cyan, turquoise color. That's, yeah. I guess that kind of works. I mean, whoa. Okay, Macavia literally just has Macan left. That's it. They only have one town left. Okay, well, I guess that's all right. I don't know. I guess that's okay. Maybe just a little bit more, a little bit brighter. There you go. Okay, yeah, that's looking very different now, right? That's looking very different. So this is the Zann dynasty's color now, and now we can actually read it much better. So I'm very happy about that. Anyway, Shijin now has 8 in engineering. Oh, are these guys actually going to help me? No, of course not. Who am I kidding once again? Yes, of course the AI is not going to help me in any way. What a wonderful thing indeed. Well, never mind. Okay, so we're losing 13,000 orums every single week, but that is really not that big a deal at all, to be honest. Anyway, let's hope that my archers are actually going to be able to inflict some damage this time around, because, obviously last time we went in here and we actually did do quite a bit of damage with our archers, and I'm hopeful that we'll be able to do something similar this time around. if my guys can actually start firing at them. Let me actually just get my infantry out the front here. The problem with using my infantry as a meat shield is the fact that most of them do not even have a shield. So it is quite literally a meat shield instead of a, you know, just a proverbial one, because of course they are just using their bodies to block. So that's going to be not so nice for them. But yeah, if I can just stand up here, then that's going to be perfectly fine. Let me actually put my cavalry in a slightly different position here as well. As you can see, some of my cavalry do have bows, so it would probably make the most sense for them to go somewhere around there. And these guys can actually move a little bit closer as well. And I mean, you can see here that we're actually inflicting some pretty decent damage. We've only lost 2 units so far, 3 units now, and we've eliminated 25 of the enemy. But the main problem that I'm seeing here is the fact that it's going to take a very long time for us to be able to diminish the enemy's forces long enough, or enough in general, just to be able to, you know, charge up there. I mean, we know that they have about 250, right? So if we eliminate 50 every single time and then my archers run out of ammunition, well, it's going to take a very long time for us to do this. And we are losing a very small amount of units in the process. So I guess that's the only thing that I can really take away from this that is kind of good. But apart from that, it is a long slog of an ordeal here. I'm actually not entirely sure if we're even going to be able to eliminate 50, to be honest. Maybe we won't even be able to do that. We have some horse archers in the back there. Maybe we should start moving them a little bit closer as well. The cavalry should probably go in the front here as well. I actually keep forgetting that the cavalry sometimes is separately tagged from the ones that actually have ranged capabilities. So I'm actually not putting my horse archers where they should be, to be honest. And instead, my cavalry should be the ones out front, not my infantry. Because, of course, my infantry are mostly giants, and they are the ones that don't have shields. So, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit more familiar with all of the PERISNO units and all that stuff. So, you know, hopefully we can start using them a little bit better, and we can start reducing the amount of casualties that we're going to see. And you can see here that we've gotten our horse archers out there now, and they're actually starting to inflict some damage, which is quite nice. You know, that's pretty good. And maybe we can even... we've eliminated 45. Yeah, this is exactly the problem. I actually wonder, is there a way that we can... I mean, that's the point. There isn't anything else that we can do. This is the only thing that we have available to us. We cannot do anything further. I suppose the only thing I could do is charge in. We could just charge in and we could see how that goes, but we've kind of seen how that goes. It's not that good. I mean, should I try it? I'm just wondering whether the enemy is going to run out of arrows, because if they run out of arrows, that would be fantastic, but I'm actually unsure. Is PERISNO, I think PERISNO might be the mod that has the ability for the defenders in a siege to regenerate their arrows. I seem to remember very vividly that there is a mod that does that in Warband, because I know obviously, you know, the Bannerlord developers, they actually did add a way for you to regenerate your arrows, not magically, of course, like it would be in a Warband mod, because of course there's only, you know, some way to do that. But you know, I seem to remember that there is a mod that is capable of that. So that is now kind of stoking the fires of my mind, kind of thinking, is it PERISNO that does that? Because if it is, these fellows are never going to run out of ammunition. And then we might as well just charge, you know. We might as well just charge in. Because we've eliminated 52 of them so far. Some of them are not actually shooting. Is that true? No, that guy is trying to fire at me, so that's the reason why he's not really firing. I'm going to try and bait him if I can. Let me just get my shield out and just let him shoot me then, I guess. Yeah, as you can see. Yeah, that guy also has ammunition as well. Yeah, so that's not really going to work out too well for me, unfortunately. And we seem to have stopped getting kills now, so I'm going to assume that that is primarily because my forces have run out of ammunition. So I guess I will just retreat, as you can see, my party is now losing 15 morale at the same time, which is actually pretty terrible. So we cannot do this too often, because otherwise we're going to just have way too few, way too little morale to be able to do anything after that. So let me actually quickly, once again, do the same thing. Do a relatively similar thing at least. Let's get my cavalry here, and there we go, there we go. All right, fantastic. Oh yeah, I remember that I can actually sprint in this mod as well now. You can sprint by holding Alt. That is obviously not a basic function that you get in other mods. You need to very specifically find one that has that, capability, and it's definitely not in the base game. But it definitely helps me get up here at least, so I'm pretty happy with that. And yeah, now it is daytime, so maybe we're going to get a little bit luckier with our accuracy and everything, but you can see here that we're basically at the same exact point in our attack of the castle. The enemy has around 200 units once again, and it doesn't seem to be dwindling at all, but we know for certain that we have eliminated around 50-55 enemies, and I was kind of hoping that that would actually make a pretty significant difference to their defensive efforts, but it feels to me like it's just a drop in the ocean, you know what I mean? So I'm actually not entirely sure whether we should just charge in or just wait a little bit further. I think I'm probably going to wait, but you don't have to wait with me, and we're just going to see what happens. Alright, so unfortunately it appears as though my own forces have now completely stopped firing back at the opponent. I'm not sure what has stopped their shooting, but as you can see, they're literally not doing anything. Which is really weird because there are a bunch of enemies right over there, but my forces are not doing anything. I know you're probably going to say, oh, they're probably on hold fire, aren't they? Well, look at this. If I say fire at will, yeah, they don't do anything, which is very strange. I'm not entirely sure what happened. They seem to just stop firing after a certain time. They've gotten 19 kills so far. I literally waited for about 2-3 minutes for them to resume firing, but they didn't. So I guess we're just going to have to go up here and cross our fingers and hope. I was actually hoping that we'd be able to kill these guys, because these are the ones that are actually causing us the most problems. So a little bit worried about this. Can I actually get inside without dying, though? That's the question. Yes, I can, but can I actually live? That's the main deal here. It seems yes. It seems like I can actually survive. Okay, wait a minute. Let's actually try to actually live, because I could be pretty effective here if I am allowed to survive this. Okay, I'm going to drop off here, if I can. There we go. Okay, that's pretty much perfect. Let's get out my shield. I mean, not get out my shield, but unequip my shield so I can actually... Oh. Well, there you go. Yeah. What a classic. Yeah, I mean, there's not much I could do about that, is there? I mean, what am I supposed to do otherwise? Because here's the thing. If my archers stop firing, then the only thing I can do, logically, is to charge in or to retreat once again. And I've already said that, retreating once again is just going to reduce our morale even further, and that's probably not going to be a good idea. You can see here that we actually do have some Galway Royal Incendium, and they are forces that are apparently using explosives of some kind, which is actually amazing. They were doing a lot of damage, and are still doing a lot of damage, so I'm very, very pleased about them. But you can see here that we are now basically losing almost half of our forces here, and we're probably not going to be able to sustain this for that much longer, so I'm going to have to retreat nevertheless, and funnily enough, we are losing morale both times. That is also something that I feel is a little bit unfortunate, because for me personally, I don't know about you, but for me personally, I felt like we actually did a pretty decent job there. Not many of our people got completely eliminated. Yes, we did lose quite a few, but we certainly didn't lose them to death, you see. We didn't lose them to death. They were, very much just getting knocked unconscious. That's pretty much all that happened. So, for me, I don't feel like we should only lose morale. I feel like the loss of morale for retreating, I think that's fine. Lose morale. Okay, fine. But the second lot of morale being lost, I think is kind of sad. Anyway, you have unusual drinks? A barrel of mead with Kalina berries emptied. Kalina? What is it? I do not know. This mead brought this guy on the feast of... I have no idea what any of this means. Where can I find this guy? Oh, it's a quest? It's a quest? I have no idea. Well, okay. John is my... Who's John? You can find it in the armorer workshop in this town. Right, okay. Something tells me that I'm about to embark upon... Okay, well, it crashed. That crashed the game. Alright, so unfortunately I got rolled all the way back to before I even fought Onishi. Yeah, so I'm now having to sell my prisoners once again. There we go. I did win the battle, but we took significantly more casualties this time around. I'm not sure why that happened, to be honest, because let's face it, I had the exact same army, the exact same composition. I think the opponent just played a little bit better this time around. But yeah, anyway, now we are in a situation where I'm actually not entirely sure what to do, because I don't personally want to go and try to take this. As you can see, it's now changed back to its previous color as well. I should probably save straight away, because I was actually unaware that that kind of thing would start happening now, because it's pretty early on in the game still. I haven't really played for that long a time. But yet it crashed a desktop. So, there's not much I can do about that, is there? Anyway, I'm going to just change the game settings once again. We're just going to change the Zann Dynasty real quick. I actually wonder whether I should... There we go. I just randomized straight away and got a good color. There we go. All right, that's perfectly fine. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm probably just going to leave the castle for another time, because let's face it, that was very irritating. I don't really want to have that happen again, where we've invested a lot of time and then all of a sudden the game crashes and then we lose all of that progress. That's certainly something that I don't really want to have happen again. So I'm going to be a little bit more careful about things here. Oh, maybe we could fight this guy. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, I should be a little bit careful about this. This guy has nothing too amazing. Wait a minute. There is some... I think someone said if I look at reference material, then I can actually look at all troops. Yeah, as you can see right here, this actually allows me to see every single troop available. So if I look at the Zann Dynasty here, I'm actually not entirely sure if I can see stuff. Yeah, I think I might be able to. So what I'm actually looking for right now are the mounted berserkers. There they are. So thank you very much for that. That actually gives me some pretty significant advantage in terms of information. So I'm happy with this. Now let me actually just take a quick look. Okay, so they have 77 HP. Their Iron Flesh and Power Strike are pretty good. They have 380. Okay, that's actually not bad. That's not too bad. So that's the question. Can we beat 2 of these? That's the question. Can we beat 2 of these? I don't know. Should we try it? I mean, there's 111 versus 272. We might be able to. Let's take a look at the battle advantage. Ooh, it's actually not bad. Okay. I mean, we are definitely on the back foot. We are definitely in the, disadvantage here, but maybe it's gonna go okay, maybe it's gonna go okay. Let's just cross our fingers and hope. Anyway, I'm just gonna tell my cavalry to follow me, gonna tell the horse archers just to charge, because that's exactly what they do. They'll just charge and do some horse archer BS that they always do, and otherwise my infantry and all that wonderful stuff will hopefully do a pretty decent job of dealing with those guys, and then we'll just tell our companions to charge in as well. Most of them are horse archers after all, and otherwise my archers will hopefully work together with the infantry relatively nicely as they are. It seems like things are going quite well so far, surprisingly enough. Okay, yeah, but as I said before, we also have those explosive guys. I rescued 14 of those from the Onishi fight. So that's actually really, really fantastic, because those fellows having explosives really going to make a huge difference to our overall effectiveness, especially when we are outnumbered so dramatically. So we're just going to tell our infantry to charge in now, and tell our cavalry to charge in now as well. And then we'll just try to do some... Oh, I think I'm dead here, actually. I think I might be dead. Maybe. No, I'm alive. Oh, surprising. Okay. I thought I was so totally dead there. Anyway, let's just put away our shield real quick and maybe just use my... Oh, yeah, these things really just don't deal that much damage unless you can get a significant speed bonus, as you can see right here. Seems like the max damage I can get is around 58 anyway, which is pretty crazy in itself. But yeah, otherwise, here we go. Let's move my archers a little bit down. How many have we killed so far? 130. That's actually really good. Okay, I'm surprised. I am very, very surprised. Okay, if I can just eliminate some more of their archers, then I'll be very pleased about that as well, because their archers are the main thing that are going to be causing us some problems here. Please don't kill my... Oh, okay. Well, you can kill me, but just don't kill my horse, please. Okay, there you go. That was pretty funny anyway. Alright, so I think we're actually fine. I don't think we're going to have too many problems here. At least I can only surmise that we will be able to achieve victory. Maybe. That's the thing. It's very much a big maybe at the moment. I think we should be okay. If these explosive guys can actually hit their target and start eliminating the archers just that much more, then I think we should be fine. As you can see, the enemy is very quickly dwindling here. We have 44, they have 57. I think we should be okay. Yeah, I think we should be fine. I mean, the main problem are these archers literally just congregating with each other, helping each other out whenever a cavalry gets too close. But I can only hope that maybe our infantry and our cavalry will work together themselves and actually fight them back. Seems like they are actually fighting them, but unfortunately they're outnumbered quite significantly. We just need our people to stop messing around, you know what I mean? Like, for example, these guys over here, like this guy, he should literally just stop chasing that guy and pull out his bow. Okay, there we go. He's actually pulled out his bow. Oh, nice headshot. That was Tamaris? Oh, okay. Oh, Tamaris is actually going on a killing spree right now. Okay, that's good. Never mind. Apparently, apparently my complaining about her just completely, you know, put paid to that. She was just like, yeah, this guy's complaining. Well, there you go. I'm now gonna do an amazing kill spree there. Anyway, there we have it. That is a wonderful victory against 2 spearhead groups. Actually, pretty good. Not too bad. Pretty, you know, it's pretty nice. And we're actually going to be able to rescue some people as well now. These guys are not... they're okay. They're fine. They're fine. But we've lost a lot of people in the process here, which is obviously not great. These Divine Aethelings, I remember them very specifically being amazing. Not sure if I'm going to be able to persuade them to join us. It would be amazing if we could, but I think that's not likely. I don't think that's likely right now. Anyway, there doesn't seem to be anything here that I can really take, so we're just going to leave that. And we're going to move on. So that guy actually doesn't have his bodyguards any further, which is actually amazing for us in general. It's amazing for the Realm of the Falcon, because they will now be able to go into a battle against this guy, because he doesn't have his escorts, he doesn't have any bodyguards, and they might actually be able to achieve victory this time. So that's actually pretty good. So I feel like we've done a decent job there. However, I'm not sure how soon he can regenerate those bodyguards, if at all. That's the question. I don't know whether he will be able to do that. But anyway, yeah, we will otherwise just sell... actually, wait a minute. One thing I want to check. Can we get these guys to join me? I'm actually not entirely sure. Okay. Right, okay, yeah, get back in line, scum. Apparently we're going to say that, even though I don't really feel that strongly about them, but yeah, sure. Okay, so I'm gonna have to level up my forces now once again. Okay, that's interesting. Let's go for some power strike, I guess, and go for some more archery, one-handed, and so on and so forth. And then this guy can obviously level up too. I have no idea what to spec him in, to be honest. I guess I'll just go for some horse archery, even though technically he has a pretty decent amount in it as it is. I don't think he really needs more, but you know, whatever. Anyway, we'll go for some more King's Guards here, mercenary sellswords. These are all terrible. I'm probably going to get rid of those at some point in the near future, as I would like to recruit from the Realm of the Falcon again and try to get some more of those high tier cavalry units. But yeah, so I'm not sure how we're going to really progress here, but we're just going to have to try. I mean, I don't really want to head into these castles and consistently have a struggle on my hands, you know? I don't mind having a challenge. I don't mind going up against, you know, outnumbered odds. For example, that's exactly what we did at Lille just now, where we were facing, you know, double the amount of units that we had ourselves. I don't mind that kind of thing. I actually find that quite fun. But the grind that going into a siege, especially the one at Falconhead, is entailing is just irritating. You know, it's very frustrating, especially when you get a crash after that, after you've done all of the groundwork. So as I say, I'm not entirely sure where we're going to go from here. I'd like to do more quests, so maybe I'll take a look at the wiki and see if there are any more quests that I can actually do while we are at war against the Zann, because of course I cannot enter any of the places that the Zann own, so that is obviously going to be a pretty significant issue. I might be able to do the quest in Volderberg. There is one for the Illica Falki. I remember doing that way back years and years ago. If you haven't seen the old PERISNO series, by the way, I'd highly recommend checking them out. They are extensive and they're very fun. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.